So funny enough, I started Dada when I was pregnant. It gave me like kind of the courage to do it because I was like, if I'm gonna like open a chapter of my life, and if I'm gonna take minutes from my day away from my child, who I think I'm gonna be obsessed with,
Yeah.
I better be doing what I love, and I better be doing like what's really, really like what's my guts. And so that kind of gave me the courage to launch it. And then once I started launching a food brand, I was like, let's dive into cravings. Let's just go crazy and start like, let's experiment with foods that just feel really good. So the snack I'm going to make first is something that I've actually been making since I was 13, fine-tuned it in my prenatal, and just am a monster at postnatal. I actually stopped breastfeeding today.
Wow.
Did not plan that. It did not plan the big reveal for our IG live. But
I love that you did.
I've been wearing so if everyone wants to know,
you're hearing it here first.
Yeah, 2 sports bras for 48 hours with cabbage leaves in them constantly. You have to keep the cabbage in the fridge so they're really cold. I thought it was going to be horrible because I was like a very big milk producer.
Yeah.
And it's been fine.
Wow.
Except for the fact that you have to.
You wrote about that for Cluster, so I knew that.
Yes,
like
yes. I had.
Yeah.
Everyone can all see the struggles I had, but so if you read that whole struggling article, I went 6 months and 3 weeks of breastfeeding after torture. As I said in my little spiel, you can use any lettuce you want. Mm-hmm. I usually get spring mescaline because it's like the softest. Mm-hmm. Don't hate on me because of plastic. I buy this from Whole Foods. It says Organic Girl. I buy Organic Girl because it feels like I'm giving money to a girl. Don't know even if it is a girl, but I try really hard not to use plastic. Really, really hard. Sometimes you just gotta cave. Okay, so I usually put the whole box in of baby spring mescaline. Mm-hmm. Pat it down. Avocado. Mm-hmm. It has to be mushy. Mm-hmm. Wait till it gets ripe. What I do is I cut it, just classic. You cut it down. You kind of already smush it in the thing. You scoop it out. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Do the other half. I can't even imagine like just walking to the doctor's office and them saying to you, like, you have to stop eating everything you love. Yeah. That's very hard. Okay, so then we just start chopping it in. Chop, chop, chop. So, I mean, this is like not good TV, but you just do it until it's almost like a paste. Mm-hmm. So that the avocado is like fully immersed into. There's something called bitchin sauce. Mm-hmm. Do you know it?
Yes.
I can only find it at Whole Foods right now, but if I sometimes throw a dollop of bitchin in order to bind it. But honestly, if you have a full avocado, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually the most important thing. So, I think I wrote about cosmic kraut on the blog, but
all your recipes.
Yeah, but this is also really good. Hawthorne Valley. They actually have they have a stand at the Union Square Market, and like I know them, and they're like phenomenal people. So the kraut is actually the most important part about this whole snack, because sauerkraut, which people think you eat on hot dogs and does nothing for you, is actually just like fermented cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage is amazing because it absorbs all the fermentation, all the bacteria, and it's unbelievable for our guts. So if you're prenatal and you're like constipated or anything like that, like these are really good things to help digestion.
Yeah.
Same thing, postpartum. You're just you want to keep it moving, but you're also just like, remember, everything you put in your body is, if you're breastfeeding, you're giving to your baby. Obviously, if you're not breastfeeding, if you haven't had your baby yet, you're still giving nutrients to your body. So just one of the healthiest things you can add to your diet, no matter how you want to do it. I mean, if you want to put on a hot dog, put it on a hot dog. I don't care. But like more.
No, I eat spoonfuls. Like if you get the good stuff, it's delish.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a real personal thing. If you would like to slather in sauerkraut, great. If you're a little bit more, like, I don't love it that much, just do your ratio for you. You do you, as they say, right?
So you can make it
Okay.
more avocado, more kraut.
Right.
Whatever.
You can never have too much avocado in this recipe.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. The craving I had when I was pregnant was like Mexican. So I was like obsessed with putting cilantro and lime. And it became this like avocado, cilantro, lime, guacamole fiesta party.
With kraut. Yeah.
Yeah, with the kraut. The kraut just gives it a little extra. So I just break off a little cilantro. Again, if you're not into cilantro, put parsley. If you're not into parsley, skip the whole thing. The beauty of this snack is that there's no wrong way. Okay, so cilantro's in.
Ideal when you're postpartum or in pregnancy.
Yeah.
You're not all there.
You squeeze the lime in, and we start chopping again. Never not chopping. We could go.
Who is this?
That's Colette.
Oh my God, Colette.
She's the product of a bajillion nori wraps.
Yes. Okay. So see how beautiful your baby will be when this is your pregnancy snack.
Technically, this is just one. That's it. That's the recipe of one. There's another recipe that if you like mustard, you can add in a mustard and skip the lime. If you want to make it more Italian, you can put basil instead of cilantro. This is an amazing addition also. Black
like
olives.
Mediterranean.
This is the best also. This is the best brand. Emerald Cold. They're like the most hearty, I would say, for nori wraps.
Big sheets.
Okay,
yeah.
so.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So you take it and you literally just, as if you were, pretending to be a sushi connoisseur. And you
This is very exciting the way it comes together.
Yeah. And literally wrap it up like that. You pinch the bottom.
Kind of like burrito the end.
And just it's literally, it's a burrito. And then you just, chomp right in.
This is
and it's the easiest thing in the world. And if you were serving it to someone, you can just lean it down and roll them up and put them next to each other. And so the name of the game here is just you figure out what you're in the mood for. If you're in the mood for an Italian, if you want to eat eggplant parm, but you don't want to eat eggplant parm, go with more of an Italian route. Put in sun-dried tomatoes and basil and olive oil. If you want the Mexican, go with cilantro, avocado, and lime. If you want, sometimes when you're pregnant or when you're breastfeeding or just when you're really hungry, you just want to see a lot of food.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to eat a lot of it and feel amazing right after.
Yeah.
And this is that thing where you just eat this massive bowl and it takes a long time. Oh, and I forgot the most important part. Sorry, guys. The crunchiness of it, you add Dada.
Yes. So this is the Dada, the popcorn, the cauliflower.
This is the popcorn, yeah. So what I usually do is when I roll it up, right before I roll, I sprinkle a little bit on top.
And that's really just for texture.
For texture. And it adds, so if anyone wants to see what Dada looks like, it's just cauliflower. So what I do is I, sprinkle a little bit on top and then I roll. So that's that.
Perfect with the avocado.
It's really easy. It's really, really, really easy.
That's such a good one, Claire. Okay,
yeah.
So a multi-purpose, however you want it, make your own.
However you want it, whatever you're in the mood for, that kind of thing. And then also the Dada cheesy cauliflower. Again, this entire bag is 150 calories or things like that. Which calories are not important, but again, when you're in that mode.
Protein?
We have 8 grams of protein in this bag. And the best part is there's 10 grams of fiber.
Okay, we love this.
Yes, yes.
This is good. This is good to know.
No sugar. Okay. No, I mean it's just 6 ingredients in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Another good thing, and on the blog post I wrote about this. This is the greatest salad soup topper. Ever, in the world.
This is good.
The new crouton.
Okay. Well, Claire, these were brilliant, and they're also quick.
Super quick. Beyond quick. I mean, under 3 minutes.
Yeah.